Donald Trump's, was this from, when did he do this?
This was just something he posted on his X feed yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Because yesterday was the day that Donald Trump's, whatever the hell it is, I mean, I'll be honest. I can't fully understand what his crypto play is here. He introduced, not only did his stock crater, but the World Liberty Financial, which I guess is trying to be some type of like crypto bank.
World Liberty. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, launched yesterday. I guess it sells its tokens, but apparently the website fell apart. And only there were supposedly 100,000 people over on a list to invest. They were on a special list, but only 4,300 unique walled addresses held the token as of yesterday. That's only 4% of the total people who registered. Apparently, there's like only 3% of the 20 billion tokens made available for public sale were actually sold.
I mean, missed opportunity. The Trump family plays significant roles in the project, with Trump himself serving as the chief crypto advocate, and his sons Eric and Donald Jr. as the Web3 ambassadors, and Barron as the DeFi visionary.
Here's his speech. What do I got to do? How much money do I make? Okay.
Big news, the World Liberty Financial token sale is now live. Crypto is the future. Let's embrace this incredible technology and lead the world in digital economy. Go to worldlibertyfinancial.com.
He has no idea what he's talking about. Now, I am not going to claim that I know what I'm talking about, but I do know when it comes to crypto. But I do know that he does not have any clue as what he's talking about. He just does not. And
could be Trump stakes again for all he knows.
Oh, absolutely. I know crypto's hot. I'm in. I'm doing it. Let's do it. He's selling his watch. Here he is. It is amazing the range of stuff that he doesn't seem to know. And, you know, he was president for 4 years. At one point, you'd be like, I'm taking Saturday and I'm going to learn one new thing this week.
It's a study day of the month.
It's going to be my study day. Bring in everybody. I'll just have one day of learning, and so I don't have to keep dealing with this. Here he is. Remember now, he was president for 4 years. He's being asked, how will the government cut spending? And I guess the idea is that he's going to negotiate every single transaction that happens. And amazingly enough, he can only remember one, and it happened on the first day he was president.
There's tremendous ways.
Give me an example of something you will do that will get rid of government spending.
Well, let me give you an example. When I came into government, I was the first thing.
An example going forward, not what you did in the past.
This is going forward because it's the same thing. When I first sat down, a general came into my office and he said, "Sir, it's nice to meet you. Would you please sign this?" I said, "What is it?" "It's a contract for a new Air Force One," which is actually two planes, not one, two Boeing 747. And I said, "How much is it?" $5.7 billion.
Pause it for a second. You know the thing I love about his aside there with actually two planes is that is him trying to show off his intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain something to you about Air Force One. You don't know this. There's actually two planes. We call it Air Force One, and one is a number, but it's actually two separate planes because if one is broken, then we use it again. So it's actually two separate planes. I bet you didn't know that. I came up with the idea about bleaching too, but I don't get the credit for that.
His favorite mode is the elite shopper. Like when he's talking about the wall, it's like, well, we have all these materials we could do the wall out of. And it's like, well, you would never understand what it's like to shop for new planes for the president. I know all about that.
No, I really negotiated with this general. All right, go back to the beginning. This is just like, it's so ridiculous.
When I first sat down, a general came into my office and he said, "Sir, it's nice to meet you. Would you please sign this?" I said, "What is it?" "It's a contract for a new Air Force One," which is actually two planes, not one, two Boeing 747. And I said, "How much is it?" $5.7 billion. It's a hell of an expensive plane, but there's reasons for that. He said, "Nope, I'm not signing it." I said, "Who negotiated?" "Barack Hussein Obama." I said, "I'm not signing it." "Why?" Because there's a lot of fat. He said, "I'm not signing. It's got to have a 3 on it." Anyway, long story short, some of you have heard this. I got it down to, because first week they cut off $400 million. He said, "I'll cut." I met with the head of Boeing. "Wait, Dennis." I said, "Dennis, you got to have a 3. 5.7 is too much. 5.7 billion. He said, "The most I'll take off is $400 million. I said, "Well, that's not bad for one conversation." So he got it down. I said, "Nope, I'm not accepting." Then he took off 2 more. Then he took off. Anyway, 2 months went by, 3 months went by. I thought we blew the deal, and it was okay with me. I didn't care. But we should have a new Air Force One. When we see these planes from Saudi Arabia, from different countries, brand new, and ours is like 32 years old, and it's a very different plane. It's a much smaller plane, the whole thing. The United States should have the best plane, I will tell you.
How will you get government spending down? And he tells a story from the first day he's in office about the one sort of line item that comes through. He's not negotiating everything. There's nothing there. And incidentally, talk about me talking about old stories over and over again. That's like the 5th time I've seen him do that story.
If I could do the presidency again, I should have the nicer planes that I held
I
off on
want
first
good
time.
planes. Meanwhile,
I should get credit for
I'd
not
be a
spending.
little bit nervous about going up and.
That's pretty wild that the general comes to meet Trump and the first order of business is sign this $1 billion Boeing contract. Like, I feel like maybe that's a little bit too illuminating.
Right. The general is like, I'm going to retire eventually, and I'm going to want to sit on some board of directors.
Nice to meet you. Sign this. Like, American government, baby.
Sarah from Wallingford says, Boeing's an American company. Who benefits when you don't invest in your own companies? These are good union jobs that can actually support a family. It's got to be a 3. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.